What's up everyone? It is finally time for part 2 of my journalism day in the life video. So in my last video I showed you guys what my life looks like. I showed you a story day, I showed you a little bit of in class, and it was a little longer than I wanted it to be. So I thought if I broke it up into 2, that might make things a little bit easier and you might actually be more willing to watch the entire thing. So yeah, I'm back here again. It's part 2 of journalism, a day in the life. This is the Q&A. Okay, so the first question is, what would you say is the most common misconception about journalism? A lot of people think that journalism is dead. Personally, I don't believe that journalism can ever die. I think it'll always be alive in some form, whether it's through media, videos, online articles. Just because print is not necessarily something that people use anymore doesn't mean that journalism as a whole doesn't exist. So I think a lot of people think that if they go into journalism, they won't be able to find a job out of it, or by the time they get out of school it'll just be obsolete. But I don't really think that has any validity to it. I think journalism always has a place in our society. So yeah, I think that's one of the main misconceptions about it. Okay. What is your favorite part about being in journalism? I love just how they launch you into everything right away. So literally on the first day of class we were out doing streeters, so we were literally interviewing random people that we had never talked to before and really facing our fears. And I think that's one really good aspect about this program, is that it just puts you right out of your comfort zone and forces you to do things that you never thought you could do before. And maybe you end up loving it or maybe you end up hating it. Personally, I absolutely love it, and it just gives me this crazy thrill at doing story days, interviewing people, and then having to produce something in a really short amount of time is actually something that is really amazing and gives me a lot of cool academic adrenaline. Okay, why did you choose journalism? So essentially, I always thought that I was going to go into musical theater or some type of performing arts, and if not, then I was going to go into English. Eventually in grade 12 and even a bit in grade 11, I sort of decided that I wanted something that was going to be stable, which I personally, not everyone feels this way, but I felt that doing performing arts and doing musical theater wouldn't exactly be a stable career choice for me. And also, as much as I loved it, I didn't want to feel like I was relying on doing something that I loved so much and making it into something I resented. So yeah, that's sort of why I chose to not go into musical theater, but just to sort of expand on that, I thought that in journalism I could do broadcast, I could do radio. There's a million ways that I was able to still perform, and combining those two things, journalism just seemed like the right choice. And then I'd also heard so many amazing things about the program, so yeah, I was just really excited to come to Ryerson and try something that was a little out of my comfort zone and a little out of what I knew about myself, but ultimately I've learned so much about myself because of it. Okay, I just wanted to know what the atmosphere is like and what they have to offer outside of classes that deal with journalism. Are there any clubs or events that take place to explore what it's like to become a journalist? Because Ryerson is so focused on their individualized programs, like RTA, like journalism, like interior design, like fashion, and they put so much money and time and effort and amazing professors into these programs. They also have some incredible ancillary programs and stuff like that. So there's tons of newspapers, like the Eye Opener, the Ryersonian, J-Source. There's also CJRU, which is the radio, as well as RUTV News. There's just tons of opportunities for journalism and RTA, and honestly anybody who really wants to be a part of it, to really expand their journalistic writing in a more of a school-based way. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you can kind of see what my life is like as a journalism student. Journalism at Ryerson has truly changed my life. I didn't even know how comfortable I could feel in myself and so confident I could feel in myself until I came here. Journalism is also where I met my 2 best friends, and I'm so happy to have met them and to have had this experience with them. And it's very much about sort of putting yourself in the shoes of a real journalist in the real world, a real reporter, someone who does this every single day for a living, and they teach you that right away, from the get-go. Yeah, I'm super grateful to be in this program, and I'm super grateful to be able to make a video about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all soon. Bye!